This is our property that we've acquired through the ILC. We acquired it back in February 2009, and we then embarked on a tree planting process and project. So all these trees, we planted them in about July, August of 2009. Our vision for the whole property is to do this across the whole place, and it's 2,000 acres of wheat sheep farming. It's probably been over-farmed for the last 150 years, but it's a typical farm property for this area and probably for the whole of Australia, where it has been over-farmed, where the farmers have come in and they've just run tractors and sheep and cattle and over-fertilised it. Killed all the growth, you know, that sits on here, that holds the soil in. So it really needs traditional owners to come back in, and we're really privileged and blessed to have been, you know, to acquire our traditional country back. This is the country of my mother's and my father's, both ways. My father's country is south of here and my mother's is north. So we're right in the middle of traditional country for my mum, all Balladong people. So it's very sacred, very special, and what we're doing is practicing our traditional caring for country. We want to reinvigorate it with trees and with spirit and with culture and with caring, so that it's a legacy and it's a place where all of our people for future generations from now onwards can come and just be here as Balladong Nyungas, sitting and being on country. So it's a very special place. It's great for our, you know, the whole of our environment. It's great for our country, and it's great for ourselves. So we're excited by it all. As you can see from that hill over there, it's pretty degraded country. So we've started. This is the very back end of the property. So the idea is that we start back here. We continue to utilise the other parts of the property for grazing and cropping, and draw an income from that. But as we progress this activity of tree planting, we'll eventually move back down to the homestead and all the way to the river, and basically have all the native species of this area back on country. So I don't have any doubts at all. I think we can see how it's already transforming the land. It's a really success indicator for how well it's gone for us. You know, the diverse species, you can see that they're all strong and healthy. So as you can see, we've got our 2 rows of plantings that were obviously hand planted. This one here, which obviously is about the same age as these trees, obviously shot up in the middle of the row. So, you know, that's what we want to encourage, is for these young plants and the plants that are in here that we can't see yet to end up like this, in the middle of the rows, filling the bush, filling the area, so it doesn't look so artificial. As you can see, these are big gum trees, and for them to be, you know, less than 3 foot apart is just is a mistake, and something's going to happen, you know, with the growth rates or the survival rates of these. So the next time we do this, you know, the plantings will certainly be mixed up with the different species, and we certainly won't have you know, the big gum trees like this, you know, too close to each other. We're about to engage and embark on the fire burning regime, where we want to reintroduce that traditional fire stick farming. Ngara we call that in Nyunga, which is traditionally a part of certainly all Aboriginal groups, but for Nyunga we were known as fire stick farmers. And all the understory that, even though we've planted them here, you know, we haven't had a lot of success. So here we've got a bit of a rabbit problem, so we've got to get rid of them. But you know, when you look at the grass, and there's a lot of dead grass, And it's all introduced species of grass where the sheep and you know, the animals, the farmers have come in and ploughed and just run livestock on it for 150 years. So the soil, you know, has been trampled. We want to bring that life back in. We firmly believe that there's a lot of life under the surface of the soil, and the health of using fire to reintroduce or reinvigorate that life again underneath is what we want to do. So all this grass here that's introduced and is killing our country, it's strangling, you know, the gum trees, and we've planted them and they're looking really good. But we really believe that to really get full value out of the soil and what's underneath the surface, we really do need to have a pretty vigorous and programmed fire burning practice. And that's what we want to encourage with whatever seed is and stock that's underneath the surface. We really want to bring that back out, and I don't think we can get rid of that until we get rid of all these this introduced species of grass, which, like I say, is just strangling, and it's not good. So we want to burn all this back. It's you know, I think our trees are strong enough. I think we're right to do that, and that's what we want to get started on this year sometime. And this is what we want to build, is a model and a methodology for, you know, to support Nyungar and Aboriginal cultural values, because it really can drive, you know, the whole natural resource management regime and the whole processes associated with caring for country. And, you know, what we're really tuned into and what we really want to highlight is that value, and that the value of cultural ways can really drive environmental and conservation projects. And so Wheatbelt NRM and Greening Australia and all of these conservation and natural resource management agencies and organisations really need to start to align themselves with our cultural authority and our cultural knowledge. And whilst they've been passive supporters or supporters, you know, periphery type supporters for ourselves and other Aboriginal groups, once we develop our knowledge base, once we have the evidence, which is what we've got here, and through our case study I really want to use and inspire or motivate other Aboriginal groups to realise that our knowledge, like this country, is just below the surface, and we need to tap into that knowledge and really bring it out to care for country and to lead, you know, some of these projects that government and non-government agencies and organisations want to embark on. So as you can see, in the foreground is the trees that we've planted in the last 4 years. Behind that is the next area that we want to vegetate, but you can see the contrast. It's pretty stark. You know, it doesn't look so bad because there's a little bit of greenery with the rain and this time of the year, but in the middle of summer it's even more stark. You know, that country is brown, it's yellow, it's dry, it's dusty, and you've got this beautiful greenery. So, you know, the health of country just is demonstrated directly by the trees and the vegetation that's on it.